The first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Washington Wizards, with a Game 3 opportunity to dig themselves out of a 2-0 hole. They will need to bring all they can muster against the Chicago Bulls. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 matchup. 2-0 so far. Perhaps the tide can turn in this one. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards as they play against the Chicago Bulls. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Dunn, Joel Embiid out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the point. And for Washington, Bamba is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Andrew Nemhard. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Hunter in at the 3. Take a look at the Wizards. Even though they start this series in a hole, Greg, it wasn't entirely unexpected, but now at home, they have to put a W on the board.
And you know, Kevin, I look for them to be more comfortable here tonight. You often shoot better at home. Sometimes role players produce more at home. It's an environment and a crowd filled with energy that you're used to.
Chicago with the ball. It was a big win for them, coming off Tuesday's match.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Well, all those turnovers made it a scrappy game, which suits them. They caused a lot of chaos with their defense, which played right into their hands.
Here's Nemhard, guarded by Embiid. Now Nemhard, pass to Reid. Just 5 on the clock. Wizards passing it around, and stolen by Dunn. And here's George. He's covered by Banchero. George passes to Embiid, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Brian Keefe shared a few moments with me. Now, I asked him how they plan to limit the effectiveness of Kawhi Leonard. Coach said the thing with Kawhi is that even if you're able to slow him down offensively, he'll find a way to impact the game with his defense. He's one of the best two-way players the game has ever seen. So they won't have a moment's rest tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now, Nemhard, after the missed 3 from Joel Embiid. Here's Banchero. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Banchero's got 5.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
Stolen by Reid. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Bamba.
And just throw it up there. I mean, Bamba, as long as you time the pass right, he's going to flush that one down.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside Leonard. To the middle, Embiid. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Reed. Chicago grabs the miss. Dunn passes to George. Outside Leonard to end the run. And the Bulls with another miss.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Reed the pass to Bamba. Back to Reed. Pass to Banchero. 6 on the shot clock. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And on paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You can easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect.
Now, here's Dunn. Hasn't made one yet. Gafford kicks to George. Drills the three-pointer.
And George's guys encourage him to just fire away. They know he's lethal from there.
Pass to Nembhard. Banchero with the ball. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Leonard. Hunter grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And stolen by Dunn. Outside Leonard to the paint. Rebound, Washington.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Nembhard with it, defended by George. Reed gets the bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Embiid finds Dunn. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. Bamba with the block.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
Nembhard the pass to Reed. Hunter dishes to Bamba. Nice ball movement by Washington. Hunter on the wing. Tries it from the top of the key. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Banchero passes to Nembhard. Bamba against Gafford. Bamba a screen on Leonard. And yes, it's good. Banchero's got 10.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Pass to Gafford. Outside, George. Three-pointer. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And George, a volume three-point shooter. He possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Bamba. And Chicago also making a switch. Levine's checked in for Dunn. Here's Bogdanovic. Nembhard with it. Banchero passes to Bogdanovic. Off target from outside.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now here's George. Nembhard covering. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
And George kicks to Gafford. George with the bounce pass. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Leonard. Over Hunter. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Levine. Now just a 5-point Washington lead. Now Reed. Outside Bogdanovich. Banchero against Leonard. Back to Bogdanovich. The Wizards with another miss. Bulls trail by 5. To the inside. There's Embiid. Reed with the rebound.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Over to the left wing. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. And the 3 ball is good.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
George passes to Leonard. And here is Gafford. For 3, Levine. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Now Bogdanovich coming right back down and going right back at it.
Bogdanovich against Levine. George hacks a 2-pointer. Hunter grabs the miss.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Here's Nembhard, defended by George. And it's Banchero missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Levine deciding where to go with it. A shot by George, wide open. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Wizards leading by 6. Banchero outside. No good from outside.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. For the Wizards, Goga Bitadze's checked in for Reed. Neesmith comes in for Paolo Banchero. And Oubre subbed in for Hunter. Then for the Bulls, Robinson comes in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Dunn in for George. Pass to Nembhard. Now, here's Neesmith. He's guarded closely. Here's Oubre. He's covered by Leonard. The Wizards working the ball around now. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Trying to improve every year. That's the goal of anyone in the NBA. Bogdanovich has great fundamentals to be able to do that.
Now, here's Dunn. Still without a basket. Levine wide open. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Nembhard, the pass to Bogdanovich. Oubre outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Levine. He has 6. Pass to Leonard. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Wizards shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Here's Nembhard. Dunn covering. And here's Bogdanovich for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Bogdanovich has got 9.
Now that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Here's Embiid. Rebounded by the Wizards. In the corner, it's Oubre. Back to Nembhard. 56 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Bogdanovich for three. It's hauled in by Dunn. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 4-point game. Embiid with it. Out guarded by Bogdanovich. Outside, Levine. Pulls it from 20. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 8 points for him.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Nembhard. Dunn covering. Pass to Oubre. Lock at 6. Back to Bogdanovich. Launches a three. That shot missing. Levine against Bogdanovich. To the wing right side. Here's Embiid. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Wizards up 2. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Wizards.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Daniel Gafford is out there with Paul George, and it's Robinson in at center. Chicago has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Levine dishes to George. And it's all evened up. George has got 10 points in the game.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Fultz against Dunn. Banchero outside. And the rejection by Gafford.
Well, Gafford uses his size to reach out and delete that attempt.
Levine for 3. Drops in the tray. And it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Now here's Dunn. Nothing on the board. Levine can't hit. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Robinson against Fultz. Fires the 3. That's good from Banchero on the assist from Fultz. Banchero's got it all tied up now for the Wizards. Now here's Levine. Neesmith covering. Down low. Here's Gafford. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Paolo Banchero. Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night here.
For a big guy, Daniel Gafford is very active and agile when he's playing. You appreciate a tall guy like that who can make some moves.
Now here's Fultz. Pass to Banchero. Here's Bogdanovich. Wizards need to get a shot off here. And it's Banchero missing. Chicago leading by 3. George looking around, and here's Levine. Now Gafford. He's covered by Banchero. Outside, George for 3. It's rebounded by Neesmith.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Drills it from outside. Fultz has got himself on the board with 3 there. Now here's Levine. Neesmith covering. Outside, Levine. Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Yeah, use the height, use the reach. Devastating effect, Daniel Gafford.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Wizards. Fultz against Dunn. Here's Reed. Excellent D that time from Robinson. George finds Levine. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Gafford, and he hammers that one down right in the face of DeAndre Hunter.
And really, one of the facets of Levine's game that's developed is his ability to see the play.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Fultz the pass to Banchero. Pass to Hunter, and it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Banchero kicks to Fultz. 5 on the clock. Now here's Hunter. Tries a 3. And another miss by Washington. Chicago leading by 4. Dunn passes to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Great concentration from Robinson there. Good work to accept the contact and then keep working through it.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Chicago.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Well, I like that they've also emphasized the three-point line. That's a big difference maker.
Wizards trail by 7. To the left wing. Reed kicks to Fultz. Hunter the pass to Banchero. The Wizards working the ball around now. Back to Hunter. Halt the run. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Leonard, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Trailing by 10. Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Chicago. They're on an 18-6 run. Pass to Embiid. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The Wizards with another miss.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Levine finds Gafford. Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. Hunter grabs the miss. Hunter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now here's Fultz. And Caro passes to Hunter. Shot clock at 6. Inside, Fultz. And Embiid with the block.
And how about the anticipation from the big fella? Embiid is one of the league's premier shot blockers.
For the 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 4th rebound in this one. Gafford against Reed. For 3, Hunter. Rebound by the Bulls. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. George against Hunter. George passes to Embiid. Rebound, Washington.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Here's George after the basket by Washington. Now, Alexander Walker. No scoring in this one.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
Banchero outside. And finished off by Banchero.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Pass to George. All sorts of time. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Fultz the pass to Reed. Bamba kicks to Reed. And Reed throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Wizards making a switch here. Nemhard's checked in. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Chicago. Chris Dunn comes in for Zach LaVine. Now here is George. Nemhard covering. High post Embiid. He's against Reed. High arcing shot, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. He misses the free throw.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
The Bulls making a switch here. Smith is checked in. And the second free throw, good. Wizards trail by 10. Nemhard, the pass to Reed. Banchero with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Hunter, no one around him. Good on the triple. Hunter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And the defense better start respecting DeAndre Hunter from that kind of range.
Outside, George. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Pass to Reed. Banchero with the ball. A three-pointer off the mark.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Done shot's good.
I've just seen these massive leaps from Paul George throughout his career, particularly as a playmaker.
Reed the pass to Banchero. Here's Hunter from deep. The rebound by Paul George. Pass to Dunn. Reed against Gafford. Leonard with the ball. Takes a three. Leonard so dangerous from deep.
And by the numbers, Kawhi is one of the most efficient three-point shooters ever.
Nemhard with it. Now guarded by Dunn. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
So for the Wizards, Goga Bitadze comes in for Naz Reid. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Banchero. Chicago also making some changes. Robinson's checked in for Smith. Joel Embiid comes in for Daniel Gafford. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Dunn. Pass to Embiid. A three ball. Washington with the rebound. Bamba's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Hunter, here we go. And that one drops. Hunter's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Nobody near Leonard. And that comes off the assist by LaVine.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's a good screen. Pass to Hunter. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb. Hunter's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Wizards.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Outside Leonard from downtown. Another three for Chicago.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
It's Nemhard on the wing, defended by George.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
Pass to Embiid. Outside Leonard. Back to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Now here is George. Shoots over Nemhard. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Nemhard, defended by George. That's tipped. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. The free throw drops for Embiid. And Embiid drops them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And that concludes the first half. Bulls lead by 15. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Joel, the reserves have been a big story. What are you seeing from them?
The bench has helped us a lot. They've come in, they scored the ball, they've got to stop, so we're going to need them to keep it going.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys, the second half going to be a tough task for the Washington Wizards.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
Looking at how the Wizards are doing in this series, I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think, if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and they're not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. You know, Paolo Banchero, guys, has been exceptional.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
Yeah, the rest of the team seemed to line right up behind him, matching that kind of intensity and looking for him to come through with some big plays.
Wizards trail by 15. Andrew Nemhard is out there with Banchero. Then it's Naz Reid. And there's Mohamed Bamba, and it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Pass to Leonard. Fires for 3. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Hunter, no good. The Bulls leading by 16. Levine for 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Here's Nemhard. No good, shot missing. Excellent D there from George. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Gafford against Reed. At the elbow, it's Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Leonard. Rebound by the Wizards. Hunter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Nembhard. Banchero outside. And again, Washington no good.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. Embiid kicks to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Perfecting that shot early on in his career. Kawhi loves to get to that one.
Nembhard with it. Hasn't made one yet. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Reed. Here's Nembhard, defended by George. 5 to shoot. Fades back.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Here's Embiid. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. On defense, Chicago. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Nembhard, defended by George. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Banchero. That one's off, still out of sync.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Leonard dishes to Embiid. Pass to Gafford. And here's Levine. To the paint. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, get your popcorn out. We've seen this movie before. Kawhi not letting up now on the offensive end.
Banchero outside. Bamba sets a screen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Banchero doesn't back down from anyone, which is why he's able to draw those fouls.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And that one misses.
What you like about Banchero, he's built to carry an offense in both temperament and talent.
Good on the second free throw. The Bulls leading by 21. Outside, George. And here's Leonard from three. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 5 assists in the game. To the middle. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Donnie's checked in for Levine. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Pass to Gafford. Leonard with the ball. Covered by Hunter. Leonard inside. Working on Hunter. Leonard, no luck. For Washington, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Here's Nembhard, defended by George. A shot by Nembhard, no good. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 12-1 run. Outside, George. Down low, here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, Paul George is great at breaking down the defense, and he does it with the pass that time.
Pass to Reed. Trying to find Bamba. He gets it to him. And so Washington again turning it over. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
Taking it up strong. Gafford rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. Washington's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Nembhard, defended by George. 6 to shoot. Leonard against Banchero. The Wizards with another miss.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Leonard with the bucket.
And this is a nice outburst on the scoring end for Kawhi. He's been looking for his shot and connecting each trip down.
Here's Nembhard. Scoreless thus far. Banchero, that's good.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Outside, George. The 3 from Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 8th assist here tonight.
Well, he's hit a couple big threes in his career. Leonard not afraid to come back with one of his own.
Dunn left side. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Washington making some changes. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Bamba. Aaron Nesmith comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Andrew Nembhard. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Washington's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Reed throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now, here's Gafford. He's guarded closely. Leonard, no luck.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Bogdanovic passes to Banchero. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovic. Banchero's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Washington. George with the bounce pass. Embiid hits the jumper in space. And that's now 18 points for Joel Embiid.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Bogdanovic passes to Bitadze. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Washington, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Well, Chicago's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. George dishes to Embiid. Rebound, Washington. Van Carroll looking around to the paint, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Embiid. Smith comes in for Daniel Gafford. Levine's checked in for Leonard. And it's Russell in for Chris Dunn. Into the Bulls, shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Pass to Levine. All alone. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Now, here's Banchero. He's got 27. Bogdanovich wide open. Offline with his 3. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. To the inside. Smith the pass to Russell. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. It's blocked.
Now, you don't see a lot of shot blocks from Bogdanovich, but he is big enough to get it done.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
George finds Levine inside and finished off by Robinson.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And here's Bogdanovich. He's got 9. Here's Banchero. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's stolen by Banchero. Pass to Nesmith. Outside Bogdanovich. And a miss there on the triple.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
To the paint, here's Banchero. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Banchero's got 11 in the second half. Russell against Banchero. To the wing on the left. Robinson a screen on Banchero. Stolen by Reed. Now, here's Nesmith. Guarded by Levine. Nesmith can't get it to go.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Pass to Smith. To the middle. Here's George. Got a piece of it. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from George.
Now, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. He gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Kelly Oubre comes in for Reed. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Banchero. Caleb Martin's checked in for the Bulls. He's perfect from the line this time.
And Paul George entering the league in 2010. I mean, he's been as good as any two-way wing in the league, cementing himself as an all-NBA level player.
Fultz dishes to Oubre. Pass to Bogdanovich. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Martin.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
And it's Russell in the corner. Outside, Levine. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
A guy more than capable of creating
his own offense. Sometimes you just give him the ball and get out of his way.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago making some changes. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Caleb Martin. And it's Exum in for Russell. In the corner, it's Nesmith. Oubre kicks to Bogdanovich. Right wing. Pass to Oubre. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Bogdanovich. Now, here's Nesmith. Ingles covering.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's George. Over Fultz. Can't hit from 12. And so it's the Chicago Bulls out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
NBA playoffs, round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. So with Leonard on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Daniel Gafford is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward.
Love when PG's just aggressive in close, just punishing the rim that time.
Pass to Oubre. No one near him. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
To the inside. Dunn shot's good.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Dunn against Fultz. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Now, Nesmith. Nice ball movement by Washington. Oubre outside from past the arc. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. And Washington going with a whole new group here. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And that one's good. Hunter.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Dunn looking over the floor. Outside, Levine. Reed with the rebound. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Nembhard with it. Lets it go from 14. Here's Banchero. It's hauled in by Dunn. And Chicago shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%.
And the 2-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, can throw it down with the best of them.
Pass to Reed. The 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Now, here's Dunn. Back to Levine from the arc. Again, Levine missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hunter, the pass to Reed. Hunter sets a screen for Reed. George with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Oh!
Yeah. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, You just saw an explosive highlight. Washington's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Nemhard. Dunn covering. Pass to Bamba. Back to Reed. Shot clock at 5. And here is Hunter. Defended by George. Bamba. No good on that one. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Dunn outside. Out left to the wing. Gafford against Reed. Outside Levine. There's the 3. Hunter grabs the miss. Hunter's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Bamba a screen on Dunn. Banchero kicks to Hunter. Pass to Bamba. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
Now Gafford. Now Levine. He's covered by Banchero. Rejected by Banchero.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Fires from deep. And again for 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And he's now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Levine for 3. Again, Levine missing. The Wizards have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Dunn passes to Levine. Again, Levine missing. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Zach Levine. That free throw, no good. So for the Bulls, Embiid comes in for Daniel Gafford, and it's Leonard in for Dunn. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Here's George. Leonard, that's for 2. And Bamba pulls it down.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Levine's shot is off. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for Washington. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to Banchero. Fires the 3. Connects again from distance.
And talk about stepping up. He's having a playoff game these fans won't ever forget.
That last 3 means he's got the most threes in a single playoff game in franchise history. Embiid wide open. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Embiid's got 21.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
A perennial all-defensive pick. George's quick hands create a lot of transition opportunities.
Pass to Hunter. Robinson with the block. Outside, George. Outside, Levine. Kicks it out to Leonard. Robinson passes to Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And George with the stuff.
And he may be in his 30s, but Paul George still has got a lot of bounce.
Here's Nembhard, defended by George. Bamba setting the pick for Banchero. Back to Nembhard. Pass to Bamba. And that time, also a missed shot. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. And here's Embiid. Here's Levine. He's covered by Banchero. Down low. It's deflected. It's stolen by Banchero. To the paint. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Banchero against Levine. Now here's Embiid. Defense right on him. Leonard with the bucket.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Nembhard, defended by George. Pass to Hunter. Here's Bamba. Robinson. Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Bulls. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Levine, the bounce pass. A 3 from Leonard, and the Bulls another 3.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Nembhard, defended by George. No problems knocking that one down.
Well, maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Levine against Banchero. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Reed's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Banchero. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-3 run. Now here's Levine. Nembhard covering. Pass to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Gafford kicks to Leonard. George, that's a 2-pointer. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's Nembhard on the wing, guarded by Levine. Reed with a screen on Levine. Nembhard, the pass to Bamba. Now, here's Hunter. No good on the triple. There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Embiid, over Hunter. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by George. Embiid's got 5 points now this quarter. Nembhard, the pass to Reed. Back to Nembhard. Banchero with the ball. Hunter with it, guarded by Levine. Here's Nembhard. Leonard with the steal.
And game 3 will go in the record books here. Lots of energy out there tonight, and an important win for the Bulls.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And this series has really gone their way.
Yeah, it looks like a sweep may be in the cards with tonight's win. They'll be going up 3-0, and this is exactly what they wanted to do.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Pass to Embiid. Now here's Leonard, covered by Hunter. Outside for George. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Washington with the ball. Banchero inside. He's covered by Leonard. Back to Hunter. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. Pass to Embiid. Plenty of space. And another assist.
And this is the best someone could run an offense. Pinpoint passing, everyone involved. Every time he touches the ball, good things happen.
And he's now tied for the franchise record for assists in a game. It has been a masterful performance. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You have to think at this point, up 3-0. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Kawhi. The defense, of course, keyed in on slowing you down tonight, but your teammates stepped up. How important is that for you?
It feels great, you know. That's what a championship team is about, you know, when your stars.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.